Previously, on Cloudy with a slight chance of dragons, Agratar ditched the entire party and went ski diving and just basically trying to find new friends in an icy wasteland, which he did after 2 days of travel. So now, separated not only by the distance, but also by time from our other gods, he's traveling there in a company of some trolls. Meanwhile, Luden, Sears, and George, who didn't stick around for too long, managed to get to the wonderful town of Cara-Dûm. They wanted to stock on supplies and get on their merry way when they got the ghastly news that the Draugr horde not only wants to murder them, but also can move through daylight. So now they have several hours to prepare for a great siege. Or just a massacre of innocent people by the Draugr because they are very, very powerful foes. So, Luden, Dalen, who finally woke up from his slumber, and of course, a small, lackey boy by the name of Miron. What are you going to do?
Slowly walking out this next morning. Yeah.
So the city is surrounded right now?
Not yet. Soon it will be. Right now, the horde is making its way.
Through the wasteland, right?
Yes, exactly.
Do we know from the few returning scouts how far away the Draugrs are?
Yes, like I said, few hours.
Oh, okay, yeah. And all the chief and the other people are still animals?
Yes. But Fulgrim is trying to do something about that.
Yeah. I mean, Miron will be mainly busy with going around and checking the soldiers whether everything seems fine enough for the incoming army. But since he's lacking experience, he might not do the best job.
Probably.
So we have no defenders at all in the city right now.
I mean, you have giant walls, you have ballistas, you have a whole bunch of warriors, but no officers or chieftain or mages because all of them were turned into animals.
I have not enough staff to to all the people turn into animals. Oh, I was so rich. Okay. I think, and I'm not still not aware about everything
Yes.
around me. I'm just walking around the streets and trying to look at people, and are they worried about something? How can I know
you just
about this?
you just go out on the street.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Why not?
Oh, okay. So when you get out of your room, which was pretty much prepaid for and made silent.
Stepping downstairs.
Uh-huh. Yes, of course. the inn is almost empty. Everybody is outside preparing or helping to prepare for the ghastly battle that's about to come. And when you actually step outside of the tavern, you see a whole bunch of city guards just running from one place to another, or just bringing some caskets, some crates, some armors, some weapons. And then one of them notices you, and he yells, "Hey, there's the escaped elf!" And a couple of friends of his also look your way, and they say, "You damn right it is." "Oh, you pointy mother of... You killed our friend!" And he unsheathes his sword. What do you do, Danelet?
Come on, guys. What's happening here? I'm just trying to help,
Okay,
to
so
pay you.
all of them are unsheathing their weapons and they're moving towards you. Some of the other guards also notice that thing.
I think you have better use of your sword soon. So I'm trying to help. We will be doomed and killed horribly.
Spoiler. You kind of killed their friend.
I don't know anything about the army, but I can see they are worried a lot. So
Okay, so right now they want to murder you horribly. What do you do?
Okay. I'm just running away.
Sure, go ahead. That would help a lot. So dexterity.
Yeah.
Don't die after relaxing for 2 days.
Yeah, maybe I'm not in the right shape to run.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, you're in a good shape. You managed to dodge them, and finally, after several turns between the small shacks, you end up in a very narrow passageway where nobody can catch your eye, and you finally take a breather. Now, you finally remember that you are actually an escaped convict who killed several city guards. So, what do you do?
Okay, I'm trying to watch around to see what's happening in the city, to feel what's wrong.
I mean, it's really difficult.
To hear some voices. And
Yeah, I know. It's really difficult to do that from a very narrow passageway between two houses. So, do you want to get out? Well, what do you want to do?
Can I jump a roof and try to sneak on the roofs?
During the day, sure. You can get on the roof, no problem. And when you actually start looking around, you see that several guards are still running nearby, trying to find you. They're not looking at the roofs at the moment, but you know.
So I'm on the roof, right?
Yes, you are. There's a whole bunch of snow.
Close to each other, so I can jump from one building to another and run.
I mean, there's a couple of houses that are close by, but not too many. People like their space.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the best roof where I can hide, maybe, and to wait till they run away from here.
I mean, you can pretty much go down in the narrow thing between the houses, dig yourself into the snow, and just chill.
Yeah, and
Or you can try to dodge them again and maybe go past them into another part of the city. Could work. So, what do you do?
okay, I'm trying to avoid them and hide somewhere. So I can try to run.
Why would you need to run?
In different direction, so to have a distance between me and them.
Oh, so you wanna run further from them. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I get it. Well, in this regard, running is not a problem, but running through the places that don't have guards is. So, how are you trying to avoid them? How are you predicting their movements? What do you do? Like, do you peek from a corner?
Mm, I think yes. I'm trying to run from one building to another and trying to look around quickly, and then if it's safe, run to another building and so on.
Okay, okay. Well, that sounds like you trying to be very perceptive. And that would require wisdom. See how that goes.
Okay, let's see. Oh,
Ah,
not very good.
Not bad,
yeah, but
not bad.
it didn't fail.
There's a bargain. Yeah.
It's nothing, nothing from me.
Is he even wearing
Maybe
armor?
I have a coat or something like.
Yes, that would be your armor in the sense that your clothes that protects you from the frost. So,
So start naked now.
not stark, but just.
Yeah. Okay. Why not? Just.
Okay, so you understand that in order to move through, you need to be a little more agile than you used to in this clothes, because you don't really like furs and leathers. So you take them off and you run as fast as you can, and you manage to avoid all the guards in this part of the city. So once again, you end your journey in some small alley where nobody can see you. So now we jump to Ludin, who is among a very big squad of soldiers, and most of them are there trying to report to him about how they mend the gates and the walls, and how they prepared catapults and ballistas, but they don't really know how to, like when do they fire them? Like, do they wait for things to get closer? Do they just shoot as fast as they can? A whole bunch of people are asking you for some advice, Ludin. What do you do?
Alright, I asked them if they'd been taking routines of their what was it?
You mean rest routines?
Yeah, rest routines.
Yes, they've been taking them, yes.
I tell them if they're asking about when to fire ballistas, I tell them wait till they get closer.
Mm-hmm. Wait to get closer, then fire ballistas. Gotcha. So how about the walls? Like, at this point, we have almost all the men on the walls. Do we get someone down to the gates? Do we, like, what do we do?
I guess he'll say, have a group of your men, or have a group of men at each gate, and What else? I mean, we have archers on the walls, right?
Yes, a whole bunch of crossbowmen, all ready to fight.
Okay, cool. So yeah, pretty much I just tell them, just have a group of people to switch off now and again, protecting the gates when they need rest and breaks.
Alrighty then. I've been meaning to ask you, sir. Do we? I mean, the dead ones are probably gonna rush straight forward and don't think of any strategy. I think so. So maybe, uh, maybe we just focus on one part of the wall. Just don't protect the entire perimeter. Just focus our strength somewhere. No.
I mean, I think from earlier from the other session. I mean, I know that these particular Draugr are very coordinated, right?
I mean, you know that they do know tactics. Yes.
All right. Sorry, someone just came in my room. Uh, so I pretty much tell them that these particular Draugr are not just mindless undead. They're very calculated, maneuver very well. I'm sure they will have a plan. So we need to be vigilant on each side.
Since when the Draugr became tactical? Well, right. We'll do that. Do we light any signals when we see Draugr, or do we just start fighting? Like, what? Huh?
Yeah, you can let us signal to coordinate, tell one another if there's a Draugr on each side, so we can start retaliating and defending the walls.
Sure. What you gonna do, sir? Are you gonna be with one of the squads?
When I can be, but for right now, I'm just gonna check on the captains and see if their progress of healing is happening.
Aye,
Or if they're doing well.
that's important. Say, do you think Fulgrim can actually make them humans again?
I have faith in him. I believe so.
All right. Well, we'll just go. Yeah, we'll just go. By the way, what's the signal? What do we use? Do we use horns, or what do we use?
Do they even have horns?
Yes, they do have horns.
Okay, just I tell them to spread a word to use that as a signal.
Okay, cool. So they do so and disperse, as you've told them. I guess you proceed down to where the old shack of Greta is.
Yeah, I make my way down there.
Okay, so you go there, and you see Sark is right nearby the entrance, and he's just sitting there, making weird faces on the snow with a stick. So, what do you do?
I guess I ask, has Fulgrim come out yet? Is he finished?
He looks at you and he says, "Would I be sitting here if he was finished? I
I
don't
don't
think
know,
so."
you might like to walk about. I don't know what you do.
Well, he's not finished. I'm not sure he's going to be finished soon. I heard the dead are going to come in several hours, right?
Yes. Do you think he will be finished in time, or should he have been finished by now?
You think I know? I'm not old enough to even hold a sword, let alone do any magic. And he makes a frowny face from the snow. So, I guess today we'll all die, right?
Oh, you have a sunny disposition.
I have a realistic one.
Better than nothing, I guess.
Yes. At least most of the grown-ups say we're gonna die, so hey, I know better.
Yeah, for somebody who believes that they're about to die, is taking this death really well. So your age.
Yeah. It's just how I've been raised. Being a nephew of a seer, I don't get surprised by most things.
Makes sense, makes sense. Well, I'm gonna take my leave right now. I'll be back and see if there's any difference in progress.
Well,
I just pretty much tell him that and wave off as I walk away.
yeah. And he says, unless there's a wizard, I don't think there's gonna be any progress. Okay, so you move along. And let's see how Daneland's things are going.
Yeah.
Like, what's he doing?
I'm trying to find someone I know. Maybe Fogrim will.
Sure. How are you trying to find Fulgrim?
Just sneaking to the streets and listening to people. It might take a little bit, but
Sneaking through the streets.
yeah.
How half-naked elf is doing that?
Very quietly.
I mean, it's not like anybody pays attention to the sound at the moment because everybody's running around and doing things, but you will be noticed if you just go around.
Half naked, pretty elf.
Yeah. Yeah, I am just invisible.
Uh-huh.
He blends into the environment.
A lot of naked
of
elves on the
course.
streets.
Of course he does.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find some house that looks to be empty and try to find some stuff inside to hide myself.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
Well,
some
you do
clothes and-
find a house that looks to be empty. What do you do?
Yeah.
You go
I was
inside?
looking inside through the window and
Okay.
listening, and then trying to come in.
Okay. You do come in.
Can I see any kind of clothes and maybe something I can?
Yeah, you can see a fur cloak, further in the room. There's a...
It can hide my face, right?
Not really. It doesn't have a cowl on it.
I'm trying to find as well something as well that I can hide my face, just to everybody can see my eyes only. So
I mean, you can try to make something out of sheets on the bed.
Or a scarf or something like that.
yeah, maybe something.
So you tear
it's a
down the
coat-
sheets on the
coat.
bed to make a wrap around your face and your head. All right. So a Bedouinic-like Danelan moves out of this small house. He's covered in a long fur coat, and his face is wrapped up in white bed sheets. So, when you walk around the town, you actually manage to hear some mumbling about how Fulgrim is trying to disenchant all the officers and the chieftain in old Greta's house.
Okay, I'm trying to remember where this house is and trying to head out to there immediately.
All right, you do so.
Can I see
And
Fulgrim?
nope, you can see Sark, who's sitting in front of old Greta's shack, and he's making weird faces on the snow with a stick. He looks at you and he says, "Hi, Grandma's not seeing anyone right now. Just move along."
Can I see Fulgrim?
No, you can't. He's inside of the shack. It's not transparent. It's made of wood.
Oh, what a pity.
Yes.
And what are you doing here?
He looks at you and he says, "I guess contemplating on uselessness of existence. What do you do?"
I am trying to find out what is happening in this city. I seems to be the only one who don't know.
Well, good news. Soon, none of us are going to feel any pain or suffering. Bad news is because all of us are going to be dead. Reason is, there's some folks who went with Fulgrim into a Draga cairn. They were dumb enough to wake up the Lich. So now he and a whole bunch of Draugrs, an entire horde of them, are moving. And they're moving towards our city. And since there's no officers, and there's no chief, and no mages, nobody can do shit to him. So yeah.
Yeah, looks like a big problem.
Probably is.
Do you think Fulgrim can save us?
I don't know. I mean, he can maybe slay some Draugrs, but not all of them.
I think I should talk to him. Maybe I can help at some point. At least I want to do something. I cannot stay here and wait.
Well, it's a good idea, but I don't think you can do anything. Are you a mage?
I used to have some magical abilities and magical things, but I have only one left with me right now. But maybe I can help somehow.
Maybe, maybe. And as you staying there, Dalen, you see that from down the corner appears your long-lost brother, George, with your panther, Leanna. He walks a bit closer, and you see right next to him moves a small pool of white liquid. It's almost indistinguishable from the snow, but you recognize it. You think that that's nasty Xeos, god of paint, who for some reason is also here. You a bit happy that your brother joined you, but then he says that he changed his mind and you should keep watch of your panther. And he just disappears into the flowing snow, transparent into the air itself.
Oh, I just pet my Liana, my girl. I missed you so much.
Yeah. And now you can hear her thoughts once again because she has a collar. And she looks at you and she says, "If you ever leave me with this weird lizard, I am going to kill myself."
Oh, I know. I never do it anymore. So, I'm sorry. Do you forgive me?
Sure.
Oh, thank you. But I think we might die anyway soon. So, we should hurry. Maybe we'll can do something with this situation.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe this guy can help. And she points at the pool of white liquid.
So I just want to make sure I understand what just happened. Someone just disappeared on us?
Yes. As you remember, the brother of Danelan, named George Pan, who was a big tree-like creature, he descended here, and he wanted to help, but now he just changed his mind and said, just do whatever, dudes, and transpired back into the air.
Gotcha. Are there people running about and shit? Like they're just everywhere?
Yes, mostly, but here in the middle of the town there's not too much activity. Most of the activity is on the peripherals, near the walls. Right now, you are near the shack of old Greta, and in front of it sits Sark, who's making weird faces on the snow with a stick.
Yeah. I think that words start to appear in the pool, and it says, I have no tools to fight an army, but it says distractions perhaps, but it'll buy us only a little bit.
It's at least something we can use. Everything count.
I say, the scouts, the scouts, I actually wanted to speak to Ludin more about the scouts. But do I know where he is?
Ludin? Oh, yes, he was right near the shack. You missed him narrowly, but I think if he hears your voices, he can return there.
Yeah. I think I write. If you have any ideas, inform me, and I will assist where needed. And I like kind of, I think I kind of like say I'm going to go look for Ludin, and I like start to slip away.
Okay. So, Ludin, you hear voices of your comrades right when you left. So, do you continue somewhere inside the city, or do you return to talk to them? Ludin? Can you hear us? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Well,
I think he's too far away and cannot hear.
nope, we can't.
Yes. The Famering Blizzard is deafening, and he can't even hear his own speech.
It's the cold.
Yeah, I guess he starts choking a little bit and moves back to his friends, but right now he can only nod his head, saying yes or no.
I speak to the one who I was just talking to, Damon, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I say, worst comes to worst, I can fly you out of here.
Well, it is an option, but I owe this city and these people, so I'm trying to do my best to help them. At least I'll try to find Fulgrim and talk to him. Maybe I or you can help to bring all the officers back, and we'll have a chance, at least in this fight.
I say, I can make them appear back for morale, but I cannot bring them back. I cannot disenchant the magics that have been laid here so thickly. I say, I can locate Fulgrim for you.
I think he's in this building, so we just should walk in.
I say, if you wish.
Yeah, I'm trying to open the door and come
It's locked.
inside.
Oh, is it like currently locked right now?
I'm not sure yet.
So you are moving towards the shack's door, and you want to open the door.
Yes.
Yes, it is locked.
How can I talk to Fulgrim? I'm just asking.
You looking at the boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sark looks at you and he says, well, when we all die, you can probably meet in whatever heaven there is or isn't. Well, if there isn't, you wouldn't care, so I guess win either way. But right now, he's kinda busy, and I wouldn't want to intervene with the magical ritual if I were you. At least I want to die knowing what killed me.
I say, what question? What questions are you trying to ask him?
I'm trying to find out if we can help to speed up the ritual in the right way.
Oh, I say, I guess like if that was possible, Fulgrim is wise. He would have asked for aid. Times are dire. I doubt he would be so thoughtless.
Makes sense. And now I'm gonna switch you to another map.
Mhm.
My God.
So it would be easier to operate the city.
Yes. Does Dalen have his bow on him, or is he still naked in this wasteland?
He's
I am
basically
looking like a mummy right now.
yes. Basically, he has a long fur coat on his shoulders, and his face is wrapped in a white linen cloth. If you didn't know better, you would think that he tore down a bed sheet and wrapped it around his face.
Yeah. I say the best we can do, in my opinion, is get as much information as we can from the scouts. And we have thousands of men, correct? That's the numbers we're working with again.
The entirety of population of the city, yes, measured by thousands. But if you're talking about warriors, well, I would say you have 1,000.
Yeah, I say. I say. I think a direct confrontation is hazardous, just completely. I think the best chance we have is to assassinate the Lich, but even then, as only a stall. But performing that act would be very tricky. I cannot wield a bow.
And as you're moving there, you see that Luden, hearing your voice, moved here, very close to you. And also, you can see Miron, who's running there, and who's about to announce the wonderful news that all the gates have been properly manned, and now we not only have people on the walls, we also have people on the gates, which is great.
We have people on the gates now, guys. That's great. What now?
Good question. Can Luden maybe say something?
We have a lot of civilians around.
I guess that's a no, but yeah. Never mind.
What, really?
Oh!
Oh, there he is.
I can hear your voice, Luden.
Oh my god. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm sorry.
And the quality is nice now.
Yes, the quality is
I'm-
definitely better.
Yeah.
Been weird.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about if we can give weapons to civilians, we can raise our army so they can defend themselves as a city as well. So we have more warriors. Just a thought.
All right.
So you
Um,
plan to
Yeah.
even arm the civilians. That's your plan.
Yeah. At least they can defend themselves and not die. Or have a better chance to live.
I can hope so, yes.
Are there alchemists in the city? Does Miron know of someone?
Alchemists. Yes. You definitely heard of some alchemists in the city, and you even visited one of them.
Who visited?
Not with the black potions.
You, with Daneland, you managed to visit some people, yes. When the first time you came here, you didn't kill people, you went shopping. So, yes.
Yeah. Well, guys,
Too big.
we should I gave that some thought because there are a lot of undead coming, and maybe we need something that kills more of them one at a time. Maybe we got we need some fire bombs. What do you think? We could ask the alchemists for them. Maybe they can prepare something like that.
From my side, I can suggest we try to find church with good clerics to fight undead force, if we can. Is
Are
it
we-
in the city at all?
What?
A church,
what?
a clerics, some kind of divine power.
Well, there is a guy who claims to be a cleric, and Luden and Sears definitely saw him.
Oh, we saw him, all right. My question is, we're not aware of the Lich's tags, right? We're not aware of that.
Of what?
Of the Lich's tags?
Oh, believe me, he has plenty of things, but they're not tags.
Well, abilities per se. Like,
I mean-
is immunity to holy, correct?
Yes.
So we are or are not aware of that?
Yes, you are aware of that because he did cross the barrier created by Fulgrim.
Okay. Just making sure. Don't want to act, like that. So, clerics to fight. I guess I would say, like, against the Draugr, maybe. But the Lich himself, even Fulgrim, seems powerless.
If we can kill the army, we can deal with Lich maybe later.
Or maybe we can. We could try to burn him too, because we burned witches in the past. So that's an undead thing too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good thing. I see.
Do we know he can't be harmed by fire? I forget his abilities.
We never tried, I guess. And Fulgrim is nowhere here, so we can't ask him, but it's worth a try. He seems at least invulnerable to arrows. That was quite scary there.
Yeah, it definitely makes me useless. But it's an idea. You can try fire. Or, whatever.
Fire arrows also good.
Fire arrows. Luden, you feel my character slip up your back again. And I whisper into your ear, I say, "Where are the scouts?"
I know that the scouts returned, right?
Yeah, they returned and they said they marched during the day, but they were too traumatized to say anything else.
Yes.
We need to interrogate them more thoroughly.
Where would I know the last time I've seen the scout?
Yes. They were taken to the apothecary near the barracks on the north gate. Like, around here.
Did you guys send some messenger to nearby cities maybe for help or not?
Well, Miran would know that they did not.
Oh, we would, but there are no real. I mean, there are not even villages in the wasteland. I mean, there's nothing in the wasteland. We got the only settlement here, so yeah, there won't come help from outside.
Okay, I'm still trying to just step outside the building and see if I can somehow enter it, or at least look inside what is happening.
Well,
Hut?
yes. If you're trying to peek inside the closed windows You see that they have been closed by the shutters from the inside, but you see some very bright light getting. Well, it's sort of even moving inside the room. You can't say for sure, but there's definitely some bright silvery light. There's definitely some magic involved. Can't see anything else.
Okay. I return back and tell to others. It seems like he's still working on the ritual. But what are you talking about this cleric? Where I can find one?
The what?
A cleric in the city?
Oh. I think all the clerics and mages are also animals, aren't they?
Ludin would know. Like we saw a guy like making weapons glow a bright color.
Yeah, but we weren't sure if he was. We don't know exactly what he is.
Well, that's true, but he's asking where they are, and like I would shout, but you'd have to tell him.
I guess he was looking for that guy. I point him in that direction of where the last time I saw him.
Mm.
Okay, I'm coming to in this guy direction to talk to him.
All right. So you want to go to the house where a whole bunch of things are being made glow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be this house over here. I would paint it in, I guess, yellow, so it would be more shiny.
Ah. And Miran would make his way to the alchemist. He, the one who he thinks has the most influence and power in the city.
Well, the only alchemist you know is Mystics, the one who gave you some very important potions.
I mean, wouldn't Miran know other alchemists if there are any other?
I mean, there are some people who dabble in herbalism, but none as crazy as Mystics.
Oh, okay, yeah, then.
This old cracker knows how to make some potions, and they are very nasty. That's for sure. He can make explosives, he can make healing potions, anything. Let's hope he can help you in some way. And we lost Daneland for some reason. And now he's back.
No.
Yeah.
He disappeared and reappeared.
Yes. She's shivering in and out of existence.
I'm just coming to this guy, so maybe I lost on the build when I turned to the building.
Yeah, probably.
Lost from sight.
Okay, so you are Dalen. You move towards the priest's hat. Well,
Yes.
Okay. So there's a nice long stream of soldiers and common people who are just standing there, waiting their turn to get to the guy, toss him some coins, and then the guy moves his hands upwards and from side to side, chanting some weird thing, and then the item starts to glow for a second, and then it stops, and the guy says that the item is blessed. So, yeah, what do you do?
I'm staying around for a little bit and trying to find out what he's doing. just to feel if it's some kind of magic.
It's definitely magic. No doubt about that.
So I'm stepping closer and asking what kind of enchantments are you doing with all this stuff? Is it holy?
He looks at you. His eyes are kind of wide, and mustache is twirled in a very weird and peculiar way. He looks at you and he says, "Why, oh my God, I am a priest. Of course it's holy. Everything I do is holy. My very magic comes from the holy place. Do you have money to do something with your items?"
Oh,
If you do not have any monies, you are not grateful enough for the aid of the gods.
those people
next one,
will be
please.
killed soon, and you're talking about the money. What kind of priests you are?
And one of the peasants moves closer to you and he says, "If you don't have any monies, just move along, mate. I need to bless these folks. Those are the only things that I want to grab with myself into the afterlife. We're still gonna get our folks in the afterlife, right, priest?" And he's like, "Of course! Everything that's been blessed by the gods is going to join you in the afterlife."
And these coins will join you as well, I think.
Uh-huh. So yeah. He's blessing folks now. Do you want to do anything?
I don't think this guy can help us in any way.
All right.
I just have another, a last question to him. Do you know what Fulgrim is doing right now? Can we all help him to speed up the ritual?
And some folks are listening to what you say, standing in line, and they're just like, "Yeah. You're a priest. Can you help Fulgrim? Maybe if we get achieved and the office is back." And the priest is like, "Nonsense! Only the power of faith is going to save this city. Repent before the gods and you'll be saved, at least in the afterlife, after you die."
I just raise my voice and tell him, I think all those people who will be saving with the help of Fulgrim will bless you and your church, your god with the coins they have.
"Oh, foolish elf! The coins are not for the gods. For the gods is our faith. The coins are for me, because I need to eat."
Yeah, you'll have a plenty of good food, I think.
"Of course I
As
will.
soon as you
And
save
later
all
in the
those-
day, everyone who's been blessed is going to dine with the gods." Now, if you excuse me, I need to bless this wonderful folks here, so just don't annoy them. Just move along.
Come on, guys. He should help Fulgrim if he is true priest, and I think we'll all be saved after that. And you can still spend your coins after we're all saved.
Okay, it looks like you're trying to entice a mob into forcing this guy to trying to help Fulgrim.
A little bit.
There's no a little bit in this. Either you enticing a mob or you're not. Choose.
I'm trying to do it in a good way, not like
There's no good
they will be
way.
forcing him.
There's no good way in enticing a mob of people who are about to experience the wonderful event of being seized by the Draugr.
Yeah, I'm trying to persuade everyone.
Okay, so that would be charisma.
Okay, we'll see.
Ah,
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. It's a shame that nobody was with you. But yes, I would say that these people are about to believe that you saying the good words, but you need to give them a slight push to trust you, because they're not really trusty to strangers covered in fur coats with sheets wrapped around their faces. So one of them says, "Who are you anyway, stranger? And what's wrong with your face if you're covering it?"
Well, I know a little bit about magic and the gods because I was very close.
And there's a woman
Some of
that
them.
walks close to you and says, "Yeah, show us your face. Even if you're ugly, we'll accept you because we're people of faith." And the other guy says, "Oh, maybe he's one of those unhuman folks, and he wants to stray us away from the gods." So what do you do, Dantley?
Okay,
How do you
I just-
persuade him?
I just tell them that
Uh-huh.
I was very close to the gods. I was more than a high priest. I was one of the gods.
Uh-huh. So
Maybe
you
some-
trying to distract them with weird tales about the gods from just ripping the linen cloth off your face. That would be another charisma roll to try to just distract them from that.
Do I know if anyone in this wasteland know about Denlon and how he looks like?
Good question. You don't really know about this. There's not too many elves around, that's for sure.
But I'm half elf.
Yeah, I know. So, I'm just asking you. Right now they're agitated. These people are soon going to be dead. Not only dead, but resurrected by the Lich and made to kill their own friends and families. So they kinda on edge.
Okay,
Sort
I'm
of.
I'm doing the following thing.
Following
I'm
thing,
using-
what?
I'm using my ring,
Yes.
a huge statue of All Father,
Uh-huh.
and on this statue, by the bright, in bright words, glowing words, should described, "Follow this guy and help Fugrim."
Uh-huh. So you create a wonderful amalgamation of beauty and epicness that is All-Father with a small inscription.
Yes.
One bad thing. These people are peasants and most of them are illiterate, but it still has an inscription. So they're startled by what happens. And some of them are shouting, "Oh, magics! He's a wizard! Hey, What? How did you do that? Can you do ballistas?
I just
Yeah, let's
close
get
my
him to the
eyes
walls. He needs to
and
make
then
ballistas.
open them. I just close my eyes and open them, and I tell that I just pray to All Father for us to have a guidance, and this is the result.
Who's your father?
It's a gods of gods.
What? Never seen such a thing in my life, says an old woman. What kind of thing is that? Are you from the south?
I am from the upstairs, and I show in skies. I am from there.
She looks in the sky, and everybody looks in the sky, and the priest is just like, soon we all gonna be from there. See, the stranger starts to understand. His spirit reaches to the sky. And everyone is just like, oh, yeah, that's what that was, yeah. Don't worry, stranger, you're gonna be there soon.
Not my spirit. I was there physically, and then descend from here to the land of mortals. But enough for me. You have a sign, and we should follow it, or otherwise we cannot rest. Even if we die, we will be doomed forever in agony on that side.
And the guy who claims to be priest walks close to you, leans forward and says, dude, stop scaring the customers. For reals, dude. Just find your own spot just in the other part of the city and just chill. Come on, mate.
I'll do it as soon as
Help a guy out.
Fulgrim.
I can't help a fucking Fulgrim. I'm not suicidal. I'm gonna bail as soon as they give me a moment of money. Come on. Just help a guy out. And then he walks away from you slightly and he says, hey, the stranger says that he can help other people in the other part of the town. Good faith for you, stranger. Walk in the face of the gods and bring the will to this world. Go.
I just tell to everyone, he's not following the words of the All Father, so I don't trust this guy, and you should not as well. Or we'll be doomed. And I'll just walk away.
All right. Like, way to lift the spirits of people who are about to die. Good job, Daniel.
Like Lud before in the last session. Yeah, you're all doomed.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just trying to find if anyone going with me, or still they still believe in this guy.
I mean, most of them are there for shiny things, yes. Statue is cool. Shiny things are cooler. Are you trying to actively, like, walk to someone and say, don't believe in this nonsense? And try to persuade someone? Like, in particular?
Yeah, I'm still trying to inspire them to follow the words scribed on the statue.
They can't read. They can't fucking read. They are illiterate. They are peasants. They don't know how to read.
But yeah, I already told them what is written here.
Good. Good for you, I guess.
Dylan is like a Catholic preacher in middle age.
I'm trying to save them. At least.
Uh-huh. I mean, if you want to make another attempt of just persuading some people, there would be just not all people, because most of them are ignoring you right now. Just a small group, maybe. You can have a chance to persuade in a small group. Like maybe 10. Do you want to try it?
Okay, why not?
Sure.
I hope.
You get close to them and you start preaching about the All-Father and that they should follow
Yeah.
you instead of this guy. So let's see the
just
charisma roll. Yes.
telling about the roads of all father.
Yes. All them words.
Well, no woods around.
Well, first of all, something happens. Okay. You have an angry mob. Do I want to give them tags? Yeah, I kind of want to give them tags. All right. So as soon as you start preaching around and just yelling at them, hear the word of your Father, repent, the end is nigh. So one of them actually can't hold the panic anymore, and he just jumps at you and he says, everybody says that we're gonna die. Who cares anymore? And he hits you in the face, and that removes the wrapping sheet, and you can, for a moment there, swear that you could have just grabbed and holded it on your face, but it flows down, and everybody sees your pointy ears, and the old woman cries, aye, he is the unhuman one! The faith unbeliever! Just kill it! Kill the thing! And the angry mob emerges. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, not bad.
It's just
It's
it's a poor group. Yes, they're definitely poor. That's for sure.
It's like
But
these poor people.
But let's see what they can do, these poor folks. Oh. Oh. Oh.
See?
it's weird.
That is weird, but what
Nice.
you see before you is people who are just smeared in mud, and just if you stick them close to a building, you'll probably never see them. Their faces have been messed up by lots and lots of fighting, and they're cautiously just approaching you, and one of them gets out a shank, another one gets out a small crossbow, and they're just starting to form a sort of a circle around you, but let's see how many of them are there.
Sounds like there were a bunch of people from the Thieves Guild around.
Maybe. There's 5 of them.
Oh,
There's a bunch
yeah.
of peasants. They're just peasants.
And they just and they want to shank you, Danelin. They want to shank you.
Okay. Never do good to these people again.
Uh-huh. So, Xios, Luden, and Miran, you hear the mob who are yelling, just kill the pointy ear! Cut off his ears and feed him to him! Yeah!
Oh no!
Burn him! It would bring the faith of the gods! Roar!
Yeah, I whisper to Ludin. I say, save him. I will check on Fulgrim. And I slip off, and I'm going to attempt to slip under the door or between the cracks in the room as he runs off to say things.
Uh-huh.
Presumably.
Okay. Okay, sure. So you're trying to get inside, and Sark just looks at you and he says, "Well, at least if it squashes you, you'll still be yourself."
I go in anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So once you go in, are you just blinded by silver light? That's just all around you. Just you walked, well, sort of crawled inside of a room that's completely filled with light. There's no shadows at all.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear a muffled murmur of two voices. One of them is definitely Fulgrim, and another sounds like an old woman.
I'm going to do two things. One, he's casting a spell to try to disenchant these guys who are probably in this room. Right?
Maybe.
So we don't know where the changed captains and people were being put.
I mean, they're probably around here, but right now you can't see shit.
Right. So most likely they're in this room.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to go with. So I want to hug the wall and do like a 360 real slow. And what I'm looking for particularly is you said there were no shadows at all.
Yes.
And they would be casting shadows if they were standing in the room. So I'm going to hug the room, and I'm going to try to find if there are any other rooms in here doing that. But also, I want to do this slow so I could try to eavesdrop on their conversation.
Okay. Seems like you're trying to touch the objects in the room, right?
I mean,
are you
touch
trying
the
to
objects
touch
in the room?
anything? Yeah, are you trying to touch anything? Or are
I'm
you just
trying-
moving alongside the wall?
Yeah, I'm moving along the edge of the inside of the room. I'm not going to try to grab any objects in particular. I want to overhear the conversation if possible and try to slip into any other rooms that might be within this building.
Okay. I would say that would require dexterity of you, definitely, not to just, I guess, disturb anything or throw anything down from maybe a table or anything you touch. You have to be careful and dexterous. Yes. Good.
Nice.
Good. You are good enough. And you continue to slither along the wall, and you touch a small table, a drawer of some kind, then either a painting or just a board of something. Then you touch a small shelf filled with cans of something, probably food. And alongside, when you're walking there, you only hear not just human speech, but some spells, or at least you think they are, just arcane language. Not just
I'm a
mundane.
caster, so I think I'd recognize arcane castings, but not divine incantations.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
So-
you can definitely try to spout lore to understand what's happening.
So I understand inherently that arcane things are being murmured between both people, the woman and the
Yes.
pilgrim. Okay. In my maneuver around the room, are there any other rooms, or do I feel any animals in here or other organics? Or no?
I mean, if you're touching the walls, no.
Okay. Spouting lore.
Spouting lore is intelligence.
Whose room is what building is this? Is this Greta's room?
This is
No,
Greta's
right?
hut. Yes.
Oh, this is Greta's hut. Okay. Yeah. Let's. Oh, jeez. Let me make sure
Uh-huh.
I have options before I decide to do this.
While you think, we switch
Yeah.
back to Luden, as he heard your cry to help Danelan while you investigate. And Luden, do you go and help Danelan?
I guess on my way, I was about to station that. Yeah, I go over and diffuse the situation.
Okay. Good luck with that. You run to the you run to the scene as Danelan, who no longer wears a cowl in his face, is surrounded by three very, very dirty heathens. They're about to spring on him. What do you do?
I pretty much go up to next to him and have my hands up towards the people and say, "Hey, what's?"
Aha. So you want to stop these people from killing Danelan by walking close to him and
Well,
saying,
I'm trying
"What's
to
up?"
get their attention first.
Okay. Well, whatever you say, you're gonna get their attention, but they're still gonna shank Danelan. So that's a thing. So Danelan needs to tell me what he's going to do about that.
I'm not going to harm them, so I just dodge around.
Dodge. Okay, that would require some dexterity. And Luden, can you say what you wish to tell them?
What I wish to tell him after he moves.
Yeah, basically, he narrowly dodges a thrust of the dagger, then keenly avoids a crossbow bolt, and jumps over one of the other guys who tries to kick him with the leg, and then backsides another one, and ends up behind him. So yeah, Danelan moves like a boss.
Now,
Yeah. So what do you tell them, Luden? One of them
tell
looks
them-
at you and he says, stranger, help us restrain the pointy-eared heathen. We need to sacrifice him to the gods.
I go up pretty much a little closer.
Uh-huh.
Say like, no, we're not going to do that. Stop. You're not attack.
I'm just trying to help. I'm dodging and
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
my breath for a
You-
little bit and
you,
try to explain.
you're dodging them, you're trying to talk to them at the same time. One of them is stopping near Luden and he says, what nonsense are you saying, man? This creature is definitely unhuman. We must sacrifice it. The Draugr horde is the punishment from the gods. We need to repent.
He's no sacrifice. What are you talking about? What are you?
A good sacrifice can always help, says the old woman. I once sacrificed a cat. I got some teeth back. Right now they're out again, but I did get them for some time. Just for one cat. And other folks are just, yeah, true that. I once sacrificed the entire keg of beer. I've been drunk for an entire week.
While I'll still dodging, I'm trying thinking they deserve this destiny
Uh-huh.
at some point.
Sure. All right, of course. So, Luden, any other actions? Because right now you're not changing the situation at all.
Try to call for guards.
Good idea! One of the people say. Hey guards! We have an elf here! An unhuman thing! Come help!
I tell him that this elf is not allowed to be harmed by anyone.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Highest authority here.
Uh-huh. Sure. So, once they just swirl around Danelan, second time, you just trying to tell them that you're an authority and they shouldn't harm him. Right? That would require some charisma. And that would require some mad charisma, I would say.
Oh no!
Anyway.
Yeah. Something happens. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that's getting bigger and bigger.
Stealthy guards.
Yes. The gods are definitely getting them, but thing is, there's also Miron there. And he's alongside with the gods. And when he sees Luden, and Luden says that the elf must not be harmed, the gods are kind of taking the side of Luden. And they're trying to push away the mob. And what else do you say, Luden? Just why should they protect the elf? Because the gods are kind of confused, but right now they're following orders. So just like
If I have time to have a breeze, I just hide my face again in a comfort way.
uh-huh. So Luden, one of the gods looks at you and he says, "Why are we doing this again? I mean, sacrificing the elf is a good idea, but if you have a plan, maybe sacrifice it." "Oh yeah, sure. We tag him along, and when the lich comes, we publicly sacrifice. Yeah, good idea. Hey boys, let's wrap down the elf. Come on."
We're not-
Guys,
We're not
wants us-
sacrificing anyone.
I just come
Or the
close
last
to Luden
one.
and whisper
Yeah.
to him, tell them that you need to sacrifice me in this hut where Fogrim is to help him. And this is it.
Okay. Basically, one of the gods is already preparing a rope. And what do you tell them, Luden? Just why shouldn't they sacrifice him? That's nonsense. Sacrifices are good.
I guess when Dalen looks taught. I pretty much tell him to say, well, you can't harm him or attack him now because Ulgrim is self eventually. So, anything at any point at any time to this.
All right. I would consider that a speech, but you did break up several times during it. So, you saying, if I understand you correctly, you saying that this elf is supposed to be sacrificed by Fulgrim himself, and that's why they shouldn't harm him.
Pretty much. Yeah, sorry about the internet.
Yeah. So,
At least something.
the gods are saying, "Oh, we're not gonna harm him. We're just gonna just rope him up. That's all."
I am staying here waiting for my destiny. No need to rope me up. I'm not running away.
Sure. The last elf said that, and then she killed God in a prison and ran away.
It was a bad elf. I'm a good one.
They all say that. Just give us your hands.
You don't need to rope him up. I'll keep an eye on him.
If you say
On my
so.
side most of the time.
You know, those unhuman things are tricky. You know? They can charm you at anything. Just be careful.
Be fine. You're on your way, everyone. Disperse.
Sure. And
Yeah,
that's
Pretty much like
slightly moving away.
Penguin. Walk away.
Yeah. Okay. So, now that you are rather unharmed, and you alongside with Miran and Daedalin, do you do anything? There's only a couple of hours left before the inevitable.
I think our best chance is to try to help Agrim. And another thing I suggested already to give weapons to the common folks, so we can have a better chance to stay against the army.
I think Miran would
Are we
know
doing this
that.
already?
Yes, I think Miran would know that the weapons already been dispensed around the simple folks who wish to take them.
For a militia.
Okay.
Yes.
So we should find a way to help Ogrim to speed up ritual. Because we are running out of time. I advise us to go back to this building.
The building where the alchemist is at.
The building where Fogrim is, and whoever is, I think some guy from guards already walked to the alchemist, right?
Oh yeah, I mean Miran did plan to go to the alchemist, but then the happening here came.
Yeah, but then he heard
okay.
mad screams about killing the elf. And decided to save your ass.
I mean, Miran is still not quite sure what to make out of all the strangers, but since he experienced the what was happening out in the wasteland, he's at the moment okay with your with the presence of the suspicious elf.
Yeah.
But you can see the statue. Can you read at least?
I doubt that Miran can read.
Oh, the city is doomed. No schools. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Did you say that loud?
I was thinking about it.
Okay.
Just full on panic mode, just Daneland breaks up into shouts.
You're doomed. Oh God. Everyone will die.
Alright. So, meanwhile, in the old Greta's shack, Xios thinks on his next move.
Is what they're saying a litany, aka is it repetitious?
Yes it is.
Is it? Then I will. Yeah. Then I presume it'd be easy if I sat there long enough to remember like the statement that they're saying over and over.
It would be easier to understand what it is, yes. And that's basically the only reason why you can understand what it is.
Yeah. So, like, I'm not trying to interpret it right now. All I'm trying to do is, like, remember basically the audio. And I'm gonna slip back outside and inform someone who's maybe a tad wiser than me about the
Okay.
words that are passing their lips.
So you want to remember it exactly.
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy since this is all they're saying in the room, right?
I mean, yeah, but the loop is not that short. It's not like one word.
Can you describe it somehow?
I mean, I could sing you a song about Loompa Loompas, but making magical litanies.
uh, I mean, like, because like what I'm trying to get at is like, what would it be to remember this if it's not so simple? Because I figured I'd be able to do this inherently.
If it's not so simple, meaning it requires some time and effort, you would need intelligence to remember that.
Then I should just roll to interpret what they're saying, right?
You can either do that or remember it. Both require rolls. You can understand and then not remember exactly. Or you can remember exactly but not understand. Or you can do both if you want.
So I can't just, I can't just spend time and memorize it. I have to roll for this.
I mean, depends on how much time you wish to spend there. If you want to spend there a couple of hours, sure, I'll give it to you.
It's a pretty long litany, Serge. I'll roll.
How much time does it take you to remember a limerick?
A limerick? A
Yes,
single limerick?
yes. Have you ever just learned anything by heart, maybe in school or something? It takes time, even for phrases that are rhymed. This one is not rhymed at all.
Yeah. We don't know when the attack is going to hit us.
In a few
Couple of hours.
A couple. Oh, we do now. Fine. I guess if it's a long litany, I'll roll for this. Although I could.
So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to
I am
understand?
attempting to interpret it.
Interpret it. Okay, good.
Yep.
Let's see how that goes.
Close his eyes. There we go.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Something happens.
Don't worry.
Something. Oh. Well, I didn't want it to happen, but it did. You startled the animal officers in the room with your liquidy presence. And they are very much displeased and at least afraid. So, let's see. Yes. Definitely. Most of them are just small cretins. Couple of stags, definitely. And one big boar. Or at least that's what you heard when the stampede started to run around the hut. And the hut started to just shake from the enormity of this movement. And for a moment there, the litany was paused and the light kind of glimmered for a moment. And you saw a room only for a blink of an eye. And you saw some old woman standing near Stag, and you saw a glimmer of Fulgrim's armor, but you saw there was no helmet. Although focusing on what you saw on his head would be difficult.
I will attempt to do so in the time between seconds.
That would require some wisdom. Alright.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
You definitely picture it vividly, and you saw a very grim face of a man that has no facial hair, and his entirety of cheekbones are covered in scales.
And his cheekbones are covered in scales.
Yes.
Scales like lizard, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay, so I see that for a moment. Do I see the gesture that the woman is making next to the stag?
Gesture? Sort of like, what the fuck, man? That's the gesture, yes. She is startled by what just happened.
Okay. Is her torso at least facing the stag, or is her back to it?
Well, she is near a stag,
Mm-hmm.
and the stag is not looking at her. He's fine with her.
I'm concerned with how her body is positioned towards the stag. Like, it's a difference between like I'm waving my hands to heal you, or I'm turning my back on you because I don't give a fuck, right?
I mean, she is to the right of the stag.
But is her torso, like her chest, facing the stag?
How can her chest facing? She is to the right of the stag. She's not facing him. Everybody looks at you. Just
Okay.
everybody looks at you because you're the one who startled them.
Okay. I mean, like, my startled. Somehow I touched the animals and they
Yes.
caused the ruckus.
Yes, they caused the ruckus. They looked
So
at you, and you presume that two people who were making the ritual with a whole bunch of light would understand. And they did look at you as well. That's how you saw the face of Fulgrim, and that's how you saw the gesture of the old woman.
Fair enough. I slip outside.
Really.
Yeah, why not?
You like squirrels?
No.
Well, they don't like you either.
Then I'll do so with speed.
Speed is not gonna cut it about the squirrels. They're fast, and they have very sharp teeth,
Okay.
and they can drink all your milk juice.
So
You are assaulted by some squirrels, rabbits, a stag, a boar, and another stag. They stand there just looking at you.
So I am a massive pain clinging to a wall, and you're telling me
Yes.
that the squirrels leap at me,
Yes, they're trying
Okay.
to chomp you
and,
with their teeth.
and the rest of the animals are charging at the wall. Is this correct?
Yes.
All right. I climb up to the ceilings, and as the squirrels try to attack me, I bat them back down to the floor.
You bat them. Okay.
Yeah.
That
And I'm not trying to kill them. I'm merely
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
just stall them long enough so that I can get to the door or
Yeah.
a window.
Yeah,
You
that
said there were a few to slip outside.
was just one window. I didn't say there were few. So that would be strength to bat the squirrels down.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
You managed to bat the squirrels down and make your way very narrowly towards the window.
Mhm.
The chanting starts to proceed again, and the room becomes filled with light. It's hard to see exactly. So what do? You're right next to the window.
Okay. Yeah, I think I wait for my compadres to return to this spot if they do, or I look for them.
I mean,
Whichever happens quicker.
yeah, but the squirrels are still there.
Wait, I slipped out the window, correct? Or
Oh,
are they?
you decided to go out of the window. Okay, cool. I thought
yeah.
you were just stopping near the window. Okay, cool.
Mm-mm.
So you exited. Yeah, good.
Nope.
So I presume you closed the window behind yourself in order to keep the squirrels inside. Yes.
I imagine I just like slipped through all the little panes and cracks because I'm a liquid.
That wouldn't be that fast.
Okay, then I'll open it and just
Yeah.
get out and
Cool.
close behind me.
Great. So you wait for your comrades to get close to you, and I presume they do. Right,
Yes,
Dalen? Good.
Yeah, I'm trying to ask, what could you see inside? What's happening here?
Yeah. I will like yeah. So you asked me what I could see. I think the pool of paint, it kind of like it forms a humanoid figure similar to the shape of Fulgrim, but like it's not perfect because there's spells for this shit. So you see him trying to emulate this. I say, I saw the woman. I saw old Greta and Fulgrim. Fulgrim's visage was revealed. A grim man with scale-covered cheeks. They say they repeated a litany that I could not discern. And I look to Ludin and I say, does this face make you think of anything?
When he says that to me, do I probably like know what kind of creature he's talking about?
I mean, he definitely described to you a human with no facial hair and scales on his cheekbones, but that's about it. Can be lots of things. Maybe it's not human at all. Maybe it's a human who got scales. Maybe it's a magically twisted human. Maybe something else.
Do I know what the features he have told me? Probably more detail, like if he can tell
So
scales for different colors, or
What?
to say if it can resemble the Chaos Champion.
What? The Chaos
I'm
Champion
asking.
is a giant. Okay, never mind. If you forgot what seems, or at least what you know about Chaos Champion, like I said, it's a great serpent named Jormungandr.
Oh, you know that?
He knows that, and you know that, because he told you that. But the tricky part is it to actually get to the fucker. Because he tends to separate himself.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
So I tell you that information. Do you do anything? Any of you? Hello?
I presume not.
I know, I disconnected.
No. Just eerie silence of people who don't know what to do.
The wind blows.
Oh,
Maybe some screams. We're all gonna die.
Yeah, everyone freezes a
I
little
don't
bit,
mind.
standing around in the snow.
The
Yeah.
door is open right now, so I can open it.
The
and
door
look
is
inside.
not open.
How he came out?
He opened the window and then closed it behind him.
Ah, I can use the same window, right?
Not really.
Okay, so you want to go and open the window.
I like put a hand before him, and I say, "The animals are testy," and I lower the hand.
I love animals.
Yeah, I slide
am
back
part of
away,
nature, you know.
and I form the white goop of paint on the ground. I stop looking like what's his face, Fulgrim.
Okay, cool.
Did I get his eyes at all?
Not
Or no?
really, no.
Okay, just double checking.
Okay.
The window. You were before it.
Another 10 minutes passes as Sark is starting to draw some pictures of people who are horribly murdered by the Draugr on the snow with a stick.
I look to Ludin and I say, "What of the scouts?"
I haven't headed towards them yet.
Say, "Make haste." And if this kid has like spoken to me before, so he's definitely seen me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I slip before him. And I think I humor his drawings, right? And I say, the window into your mind is dark, quite beautiful. And then we could skip to someone else.
Okay. So, you want to go to the scouts, Ludin?
That was my intention before the
Okay.
end of Joel.
That will be there. Go into an apothecary near the wall.
Yeah, I'm on my way there.
And don't forget about this alchemist. We can use his help anyway.
I mean,
Okay.
after that, what happened? Miran would finally make his way to the alchemist.
Okay. So it sounds like Miran goes to the market in order to find old Mystics, and Ludin goes to the apothecary. But what does Daneland do?
Yeah, are you gonna come with, or? I did say you were supposed to be at my side. Keep an
You
eye
can
out.
try that window.
At least I can look inside.
Of course.
Last time I just.
So you want to open the window?
No, just.
What do you
look
mean
inside.
no? You can't look inside. It's closed with shutters.
Yeah,
so
but
so this.
I'd like to open it enough to look through the window.
Okay. You peek through the crack, and you see a beam of silvery light. Nothing else.
From here, I cannot see the Fogrim.
No, you can only see silver light that engulfs the entirety of the room.
Can I hear something?
Yes, a weird chant. Seems to be magical.
Does it make sense to me?
Nah, not really. Even seers can't interpret it in any way.
It's too chaotic.
It sounds like children singing backwards.
Yeah, but he's trying to transform those animals back to human forms. Can I, as a god of
you think
nature,
so?
know about something about this kind of things? Because some werewolves are also doing this, and they can be living close to the forests.
Are you sure they're natural?
Not, but I know something about them. They're half human and half animals.
Well, in this case, you don't know anything about the chant. So yeah.
Okay, I close the window, and
All right.
I think I'll also go to this alchemist, trying to talk to him.
Oh, so you go alongside Mira.
Yeah.
Good, good. So you do that. And once you get to the stall of the old Mystics, he sees Miran and he's very delighted. He's just like, "Ah! Miran! Hello, hello! What do you want? You want some potions? Have you finally collected the sum enough to A love potion? Huh? I know you like that sprinkly girl. Yeah.
Mira gets a little bit nervous.
Oh, don't get shy. Old Mystics understands.
Master Mystics. Yeah, no, it's not about the girl. You surely heard about the incoming drug army, and we are searching for every means to overcome them. And
Yes, Draugrs, of course, Mystics heard about them. Here, I have a very vast collection of lethal swift poisons. You can kill yourself instantly and not suffer any Draugrs. I also have potions to disintegrate your corpse after doing so. You can mix them and drink it. Easy.
No, but Master Mirren, you misunderstood me. We seek your help to destroy the Dragons. We don't want to, at least me, I don't want to destroy myself.
The youth. Master Elf, what's wrong with your face? He looks at you, Danelin.
It's just too cold here. I am worried about my skin.
Yes, it's soft for this land, yes. I do have a draft that can make your skin as tough as the bark of an oak. That would give an advantage in whatever you're trying to do. Me, personally, I would probably drink poison before the Draugr get to me.
So, you do not need all these potions, right? If you are going to die anyway.
You mean
Can
these
have
poisons?
Some of them?
Yes, sure, you can have as much poisons as you like, but I'm saying you only need a couple of drops to put you down.
Oh, I am not interested in poisons. I'm interested in something of good destruction.
Good destruction? Well, this potion of organic disintegration is a great thing. You
How many
know,
of them you have with you?
organic disintegration?
Yeah.
Well, about 5?
Oh, we need something like 500 maybe. You know, Master Mystics, there's a whole army, and we want to disintegrate the whole army if we can. I thought you're the quite
What?
mighty alchemists.
Organic disintegration cannot disintegrate Draugr. They're not alive. Foolish boy.
Oh,
That's for you. So your corpse would not be revived as Draugr.
Can you make some explosive potion or fire potions?
Yes, of course. It would require some time, but I can do that. Do you want to blow yourself up? I mean, that's a quick death as well.
I think if I blow myself only when I am surrounded by an army of Draugr. To have some of them with me.
Yes, good warrior's death, yes. I can relate, yes. My old bones wouldn't allow me to get near them. They would kill me before I step too... But never mind. I think I had something. And he turns back to his stall, and he starts to rumble around some shelves and some cupboards. Oh, yes, here it is. Yes, I had some in storage. My memory is not as bad as I thought. Here you go. And he gives you a small orange potion. If you just as much as open it, it's going to blow up with a very pretty fire, you know? Just,
As soon as I open it.
yes.
That's right.
What if I throw it to the enemy?
Well, if it breaks or opens, it's gonna blow up.
Oh, and what is the area of damage?
Well, depends. If it's an open field, maybe around, I don't know, maybe 5 meters or something like that.
Oh,
We need a few crates of those potions. Can you make that? We got a few hours.
I can make some, but I doubt it would be enough.
Every single one will count. Every single one. So the more, the better.
All right. Tell your boys in the guards to bring me the biggest cauldron they can find. I'm gonna boil some potions, or maybe if they can bring me several cauldrons, that would be good as well. But I would need more wood for that. Just maybe if you can dispatch me 5 or 6 of you lively boys, I think I can command you and just make some cauldrons and fires and ingredients and stuff. Just that would be much faster.
I will see for it immediately. I will send you some of the soldiers. They will be glad to help. Miron runs immediately off to, I think, to the garrison where he might find enough.
Yeah, well, the nearest garrison is quite nearby, right here. So you can run there and persuade people to help Me6 to do some potion work.
can I ask one question for this music?
You can ask him any amount of questions.
He's not busy right now. He's waiting.
Not really.
Right?
He's just picking poisons.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the way we can fight this army as long as we can and as effective as we can. Do you know of any kind of liquid we can fire up near the walls from the other side, so this army would be hard to reach our walls?
Liquid?
Yeah, some kind of oil we can light up.
I mean, have you tried oil? No? You should try it.
Yeah,
It burns.
Yeah, it should. But
Yeah.
do we have enough oil in this city?
That's not a question to me. I did buy some for my lantern, but...
So it's widespread in the city? We can try to find some storage.
Yes, you can definitely find some storage. Maybe some people on the market also sell it.
Okay, it's a good thought. Thank you. And I hope your potions will help us.
Well, it would definitely help to blow some things. At least if I can make them in time.
Yeah. Take your time. We all count on you. And I just go back to where Luden is.
Oh, so you go to apothecary.
Yeah.
Alright. So meanwhile, in the apothecary, Luden did go to the place where scouts were lying on the beds and some of the nurses were changing the wet pieces of cloth on their foreheads. So, what do you want to do, Luden? At this time, they are unconscious. Speak to me, Luden. Say something. Please.
Well,
He's too busy, I think.
he's shocked.
Oh.
Yeah. It finally hits him. He's going to die.
Yes. Once he sees those scouts, the grim portent of doom and death, just too vivid for him to shackle his mind away. And he can't have any words. Oh, can he?
I don't know what's wrong with my net. I don't.
Yes, he can have words. Great.
Oh, this is annoying. I was asking if they were conscious.
They are not.
I guess I'll walk up to a nurse that's closest to me
Mm-hmm.
and ask them, has any of them gained consciousness?
No, good sir, they did not. But some were blabbering something about the Lich and his weird magical artifacts. He killed several of them from almost a kilometer length with straight shot from the bow, straight from the heart. No marksman could do that, but this Lich could. They say that his bow glue with blue light.
Oh, okay. I ask her, can you tell what they're ailing from? Because they're all afflicted with the same.
I don't know exactly, but it seems like the strength is leaving them. They're dying for no reason. Maybe the Lich cursed them. We're doing what we can, but we don't know any magics. We only know herbs, but it seems like it's not enough. At this time, we're just easing their suffering.
Use your secret knowledge of herbs to reverse it.
Is that Xenos that I hear?
No, continue.
Okay.
Can you show me where their belongings are?
Why, of course, yes. It's all stored here.
And she points you at the table with a whole bunch of furs, some leather armor, bows, arrows, some knives, spears, and a whole bunch of boots right near the table.
They didn't have any packs with them. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Not really, no. The scouts usually travel light.
Yeah. I mean, I can probably see if spot lore if I know anything that can probably help them.
Maybe. Question is it a secret? If it is, you'd know something about it.
Oh yeah, if it's a secret of what ailed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
let's see. You do know something, and what ails them is definitely not finished with them, and is progressing very rapidly. It's obviously magical. And quite sinister. So,
All right, I keep that to myself for the time. I very much tell her that keep them as good, very good job.
okay. When you exit the apothecary, you see Danelan walking straight. He's looking towards you. What do you say to him, Danelan?
Hey, Luden, I just have an idea how we can defend the city more effectively. We should spread the oil behind our walls, and then when army steps closer, we can burn it. At least it will help us to kill some of them and to get some time.
Would that trap us in as well?
We are burning the army, and when this fire goes out, we can anyway can step on this ground. It should not last for a very long time, but anyway, we are close to termination.
Well, it is a bold move, but it's all the help we can get.
I think we should bring some oil to make these traps, fire traps, on the way of this army.
All right.
Yeah.
So while this is happening, Cheers, are you still with Sark? Just looking at his drawings?
Trying to think like what else you can do.
I don't know. You can just chill for an hour and a half and
I think I wanna. So I feel like I want to ponder about what I saw in the room, and would I be able to make like a distinction if they were like what type of scales, what origin of scales that they would be? Think about it.
What do you mean?
Like if I know they're fish scales or serpent scales or lizard man scales or the scales of some unholy beast or you know what I'm saying?
Well, scales are scales. That's one thing. And another, in order to make sure what kind of scales they are, you would need to actually be close to them. And you won't. So,
Okay. I think then
You could go back and ask him.
no. I've already seen enough. I think I just spend the rest of the time up until the attack, like, yeah, I guess I like slink around the town looking for other creatures that might already be here waiting to attack us from the inside.
oh, you're looking for trouble in town.
Yes.
Seek and ye shall find. But we'll get to that. I presume Miron did help to establish the good supply of men to
Yeah,
Mystics.
absolutely.
And where do you go next, Miron?
Are there? Does the city has a sewer system?
Sure.
So overall, some sort of underground level.
I would say no.
Okay. I mean, the next thing would be that Miron informs not only brings the few helping hands to mystics, but also informs groups of the soldiers on the wall that maybe a supply of those fire bombs will come, and instruct them how to use them to throw them at the enemy if they are danger close.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. So you're going to the walls, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I'll put you on the northern east side. Okay, so Luden and of course Danelin. What do you do?
So if Luden approves this plan, I'm trying to help people to set up these oily traps on the army way.
Oily traps. And by the army way, do you mean outside of the town?
Yes.
So you want them to go outside of the gates to set up traps?
Yeah, just some group of brave people.
How much outside do you want them to go? Like, you can show me on the map if you want.
Oh, I'm on my tablet. I cannot see a map at all.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But alright.
I think it should be not far enough. Just we can blow it up with a arrow shot.
Okay, so as far as the arrow shoots.
Yes.
Okay, good. And should they set up traps near the gates or just where they think the enemy is going to come from? Where do you think?
I think it would be nice to set up several traps. So on the way, we are thinking this army is marching to us. But as for the gates, we can just create old-fashioned cauldron of oil and just throw it down on the army as soon as they step close.
Okay, okay, cool. Good plan. And as far as everybody concerned, you think that the enemy is going to approach from the north, but you're not sure. I mean, they're Draugrs, they can do whatever.
Yeah, okay, we concentrate on this mostly, but just in case we have several smaller traps or on the other sides of the city as well.
Alright. Good. You do set up the traps, and I guess Luden helps. And the only way... Yes, the only way it's gonna go is good, because you are alongside with a whole bunch of people, but... Meanwhile, Xios is looking through the small alleyways and places where people usually don't look to, in order to find things that can threaten people inside the city.
Mm-hmm.
Several houses down the line, right when he passes the Frozen Yak Inn, and you can see that on the map if you want, right here.
Yeah.
You see several footprints on the snow between the houses and an open window. With a close inspection, you see that footprints are not human.
Mm-hmm.
They're cat-like, but really, really big.
Do they look like the panther's footprints?
A bit bigger.
Okay. Have I seen these footprints before?
You've seen something like that, yes.
I attempt to follow them.
Well, they lead inside the house, basically. There's an open
Okay.
window.
I'll look inside. Or actually, first I'll like stick to the side of the wall to see if I can hear anything. I'll wait for about a minute. If I can't hear anything, I'll slip inside.
Okay, so you stick to a wall and you're trying to hear what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hear some rattling, like, and then muffled scream, something like,
Hmm.
and then you hear a door starts creaking. And
I go inside.
okay, so you go through the window.
Yeah, is it dark inside?
Yes. Not
Okay.
really dark, it's daylight through the window, of course.
Right.
But when you make yourself inside, you see a very tall figure, fully black,
Mm-hmm.
with a long tail, and it
Yeah.
holds something wrapped in a sheet of some sort, and it's already opened the front door. Once you slip inside, it takes a look back, glances at you, and you see cat-like features on its face, along with the eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and it tries to spring out of the door.
So as I see, it has a thing wrapped in something. How
Yes.
big is that thing generally?
The thing is about like, I think 1 meter long, and
my
it's
next.
thick. I think it's maybe 30 or 40 centimeters thick.
Okay. My second question is, like, am I in darkness, quote unquote?
Well, you are
Or
in
no?
dim light, that's all.
Okay, so I'm not like my move isn't triggering per se.
No, it's day.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah.
And yeah, I follow him. I dart after this thing.
Okay, it's really quick for its size. So in order to follow him, you can't slither. You need to take a humanoid form and to
I
run.
think I will. Yeah, I think. Could I, instead of like being a kind of flat pool, just be like a rushing torrent, like kind of splashing after him? Or do I actually have to take a humanoid?
Splashing is good, but it's not as fast as running.
Sure.
Basically, you are an amorphous thing,
Yeah.
but in order to gain momentum, you actually need to move. And moving is the fastest when you have limbs.
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I think I'll like kind of rise up into a kind of a Azure Knight-esque looking thing, but for legs, I kind of I emulate like hands that come out of the lower torso and like swords that kind of tink 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 across the ground. So, anyways, I follow him with speed, and I'm gonna use. I have a move for this.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Sure.
called following.
Of course. Following is
Yes.
good.
So
Follow.
I'll make this roll. Let's follow. All right. So 10 plus, I find out exactly what they're up to. Well, he's already suspicious, but like
Yes.
that's not important.
Yeah.
I keep up with him basically.
Yes. You keep up with this weird creature as it starts to jump from one building to the other through the rooftops, and it's definitely up to holding whatever it is in its paws. It wants to run away with it, whatever it is.
Yeah, I attempt to tackle it.
All right, that would definitely require some speed because you need to blindside it, or at
Okay.
least be even faster than it. So yeah,
Right.
good. Jumping
Nice.
from one rooftop to the next, you manage to use your amorphness to blindside the creature, and you both fall down onto the snow between the houses.
Yeah.
The wrapped thing in its paws rolls, and you can see some weird piece of brown fabric sticking outside of it. You're not sure what's inside yet, but there's some brown fabric under the white sheet.
All right. So what I kind of like, I was a humanoid form. And I kind of like splash onto him, and we go tumbling down. So like, what is our position on the ground? Am I above him, to the side of him, under it?
Well, at this time, you kinda on him.
Mm-hmm. I think I want to reach into whatever is in the wrapped clothing or cloth or whatever. I just want to like throw it to the side, out of its reach.
Mm-hmm. So you want to reach to the thing before your enemy manages to do so.
Oh, is it already a distance from us?
A little bit, yes.
Oh, I thought it was still on him. Never mind. I think in this case, I'm going to start killing the shit out of it. So I'm
Okay.
gonna try to. Yeah, I think like we see the vaguely humanoid shape like start to just like little like arms, sickle-like arms, begin to burst out and just like go down in as a torrent onto this thing.
Okay. I presume you trying to beat the shit out of it.
Yep.
With your strength.
Yep. My body is a precise weapon, so it'll be with Dex.
Is it though?
It is. It's per my race move.
All right.
All right, indeed.
Let's see that roll.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I get everything.
Let's
here.
see
Using precise-
who's better, the cat or the pool of milk.
Yes. Let's see here. All right. So this will be a D4 if I get damage. Okay. So would you like me to roll damage?
Sure.
I'm not so dexterous.
Not this time. It's plus a D4 as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have piercing or anything on this.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So you start slashing at the creature, but it manages to tear one of its paws inside of you.
Yeah.
It makes a weird smile as you feel that something inside you starts to heat up.
Okay.
You're not sure what it is, but it's definitely uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's something inside me starting to heat up, and I see its face.
Yes. It's sort of smiling.
Hmm. Do I see a tongue inside?
What?
Do I see like tongue and teeth and meat on the inside of this thing?
You don't see a tongue, but you see a couple of razor sharp teeth,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
they
think
are
my-
not white, they're black.
Okay. I think I want to try to blind it. My goal right now is it looks at me with a vicious glee. I want to try to impale its eyes.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Ouch.
that is difficult, but you can attempt it with your dexterity.
Nice.
All right. You manage to pour your liquid self inside of this creature's eyes. It makes a shriek, very uncat-like, something like,
Yeah.
and you still feel the heat inside of you. It's getting
Yeah.
more.
Okay. Yeah. So it still has its arm within me then.
No, no, it does not.
Oh. Okay. So put something in, and then I'm gonna try to expel whatever it is, if possible. Do I feel a shape or just an overall warmth?
At this time, you feel warmth.
Is it all throughout me, or is it in a localized area?
Right now, it's localized somewhere in the middle of you.
I expel that part of me. I just like try to rip it out.
You try to rip part of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess in order not to harm yourself permanently with this thing, you need to be... Yes, you need to be really cautious and use your constitution.
Okay. Nope.
Ouch.
Yeah.
No caution there.
Well, something happens.
Indeed.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's always the same.
It's
The
not.
Draugrs, they
The
are inside the city already.
the most interesting part of that roll is what you don't see. Because there's a trigger on a GM roll, and I know what kind of fit thing is. If it's good, bad, or not. But what you
As a-
see,
As a caveat, I have shoot first.
yes,
So continue.
good, good. But as you trying to expel this thing from out of you, it's starting to you almost crawl inside. It's very unpleasant, and you trying to rip it, and it's bringing heat more and more of yourself, and you finally just decide to forcefully throw it away and just negate part of yourself, and you just I would say you would permanently lose 1 HP.
Okay.
And this weird thing that's made out of you starts to take a form of a very small yet furry creature. And it looks on the cat-like figure below you, and starts to shake its body vigorously, kind of like throwing all your parts from itself. And then it jumps on top of the cat figure, gets inside of its mouth, and then you see the eyes. You gouged its eyes. Then you don't see the eyes. You just see the splatter of blood color the snow below its head, as the small creature that used to be almost sparkly white climbs out, covered in grayish and reddish goo. It looks at you, and you can definitely see a couple of small eyes, a small nose, and a very happy smile.
Alright, so just make sure I understood what you're describing.
Yeah.
Is this thing leaped out of me
Yes.
and into the maw of the thing I was killing.
Yes.
And then it came back out?
It basically made its way through its skull and came
Yep.
from the other side. Yes.
Oh, okay, so it bore a hole through this thing.
Yeah.
I am not a happy camper. I mean, like, this thing, it felt like it put it in me, and now it's... Yeah, I am... it's smiling at me with...
Yeah.
I want to discern realities.
Sure.
So,
Go
it
ahead.
smiles at me how so again before I roll?
It just smiles at you happily.
Alright, let's see this. Boom.
Okay. What do you want to
Alright.
know?
I guess, so you want me to stick to the list, or do I go and ask
Just
whatever?
simple questions. Just simple questions. Just don't ask me what its name.
What's its name?
Where
Uh,
please?
I want to know, is this a spawn of the bigger creature? Is it like...
Does it look like a bigger creature? No, it does not look like.
So what I'm asking is, are these two things connected? The thing that is seemingly dead, and the thing before me now.
Yeah, they don't seem connected. No.
Okay. I think I want to ask. In its smile and its pose, do I see malice? Do I see violent intent?
It is violent, yes, but you're not sure if it's violent towards you or is just happy to be violent to anything.
Yeah, I think like you see, Zeus's form, like the inky blue now, kind of like rising from over this thing, and its lower half, like my lower half, is trying to twist this thing's legs as I'm looking at this guy, the new one, and I say, "Do you speak?"
It looks at you, turns its head slightly sideways, then slightly sideways another, and basically tries to understand just like what part of you speaks, basically.
Yeah. There's like a soppy, like yellow maw that's like kind of opening and closing.
Yeah, and then it turns its head in a normal way, slightly jumps, just not moving anywhere, just small jump, like beep. And then it says, "Knock, how much you want?"
Yeah.
I knew it.
I want to ask who's in control here,
Oh, he is.
and how do I, like, is this a player level thing, or is it possible for my character to like somehow understand this? Like, do I sense like waves of power kind of coming off of it, or like what tell? What's the tell? How do I
The
know?
tell, well, you definitely, as a mage, you feel that it is a magical creature. And it is intelligent and it knows magics. So not only it can burrow holes through people and just be happy about it, but it also knows magic. So it is a formidable opponent. And at this moment, he probably knows more about you than you know about him. So he is in control.
Yeah, I guess like I kind of like lower like a serpent a bit, but not in its face at all. I just kind of like stay over this thing that I just have slain, and I'm just like trying to twist its body into awful ways so it just does not move again.
Uh-huh.
And
Sure.
I guess that's what I do unless it does something else. Like I'm just trying to dispose of this guy completely.
So you trying to twist the thing. Okay. So the third creature jumps towards the sheeted thing on the ground, and it starts to unwrap it. Do you do anything?
I observe.
Okay. So it unwraps the thing, and you see there's actually a small boy inside of it, wearing a brown coat, and he seems to be either dead or unconscious. And the thing jumps on its head.
Do I feel like I know what's about to happen next? Like,
Not really. Do you wanna discern realities?
yeah, definitely. Like,
Sure.
what's about to happen?
Well,
Nice.
at this point, the creature doesn't seem to want to kill the boy. It would probably do it much faster. So maybe it wants to try to revive the boy.
I'm going to hold on to the questions like as you describe what's happening before me.
Okay.
Yep.
So the creature jumps on boy's head, rubs it with its butt. The boy starts to move a little bit. Then the creature jumps down, walks to his ear, and says something. It's not audible from where you are, but you can definitely think that it said something. And then the boy opens his eyes and starts to look around. He sees you,
Yep.
twisting the body of the thing very, very
I focus on
uncomfortably.
its legs.
Yeah, very, very uncomfortably. And there's a whole bunch of blood, and just the boy rapidly just almost jumps up from the seated position, and he's just like, "Ah, ah, ah." And then the small creature jumps in front of him, looks at him as like as it looked at you, moving its head from side to side. The boy looks at the thing. For a moment there's confusion. Then he looks back at you, and he just starts running. He's just like, ah!
The child?
Yes.
I kind of like as he goes running off. What does the creature do? I think I've done like mangling this figure, right?
I mean, you done when you say you done. Maybe you like that sort of thing.
Yeah, the sound of notes snapping is just what I listen to in my downtime.
Exactly. And the
no.
creature turns back to you. It jumps in one single jump, covering several meters, basically all the distance between you and it. And it looks at your handiwork.
Okay.
It nods, and then it looks at you and says, "Cool."
And as like, all right. So, is this location kind of easy to remember for me, or no? I imagine it would be.
I mean, it's not really hard, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I destroy this thing's lower half and maybe its arms, but mostly I leave its like face and upper torso mostly intact. And I want to follow this thing if it tries to like scamper away.
Weird thing about the creature you just destroyed. When you just finish just twisting it around and you put it on the snow, it almost starts to melt. But it's not melting the snow. The creature itself melting. Slowly turning into blackish goo.
Can I still use my discern reality questions?
On the small furry one, yes.
Curses. I think I like look at it as it begins to melt, and I'm gonna try to remember basically what it looks like. I guess I could just describe it to Ludin. So it's melting. I guess I back away from it, and I want to take a color of like the opposite side of the house. And I want to observe what happens to just like the goop that is left behind by it.
Yeah. Basically, the goop starts to rapidly evaporate. As if it wasn't on the snow, it was water on the heated pan.
Okay. So it just evaporates.
Yes.
It feels never there.
Yes.
How about the blood that like was popped from its eyes? Is it still lingering, or is that evaporated as well?
It's slowly evaporating, much slower than the most of the body.
I imagine the small creature isn't in sight anymore.
The small creature looks at it as well. It's quite pleased.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go find Ludin and my friends. I'll do that. I won't follow this creature particularly.
Okay. So the creature looks at you for a moment. Then it seemingly loses interest. And then decides to walk this way.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, I look for my friends with haste.
Okay. So you do find your friends on the walls preparing the oil traps.
Oh. Wait. So he's heading this way? Like this way, correct?
In that direction, yes.
I think I follow it instead. Yeah.
Oh, you
Sorry,
follow
friends. I'm gonna follow it. It's
Okay, you follow
going
it.
towards
Good.
Fulgrim and
Good, good. So it's going there, and when you think it's going to move towards Fulgrim and make some drastic thing, and so, it just straight up walks into the frozen yak inn.
Yep.
And if you walk in as well, you can see that it enters, and jumps on one of the tables. One of the barmaids looks at it and just like, "Oh, what might you be? Oh, you cute. Do you live around here?" And the creature looks at the barmaid in a similar fashion, just turn his back, head to the left, then to the right, then focuses, and then it says, "Knack, how much you wanna?"
What? Can I ask, like,
Yes. What do you want to ask?
can I ask if it's performing some arcane thingy as it's doing that?
You can try to discern realities if you
I
want.
still have my 2 questions on the smaller creature.
Oh, this, of course. If you're just following it and completely
Yeah.
focused on the thing. Yes. It's not an arcane ritual. No.
Okay, so it's just being weird.
It's not weird. It's normal for it.
And the last thing I'll ask is what here is not what it appears to be.
About the creature?
Correct.
Well, it appears to be cute, cuddly, and innocent. But it's not. I mean, it's cute and cuddly, but not innocent.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I feel satisfied. I am still paranoid, so I'm gonna linger near Fulgrim's, like, little shack with Greta.
All right.
I'm gonna keep watch there.
You do so.
Yep.
And so the hour passes, and since Daneland said that he is challenged by the time, I presume we can, yes, we can wrap it on the wonderful moment where Daneland, along with Luden, are placing the last traps, and in the opening field to the north of them, they see the silhouettes of a big Draugr army.
Dun,
Woohoo!
dun, dun.
So we are back on the walls, right? By
Yes,
this moment.
you are on the walls. Correct.
And we also prepared some traps on the walls and behind the
Yes.
gates.
You prepared explosive potions as much as Mystics could manage. You prepared some oils and made some oil traps to away on the north. You armed some civilian people. So at this point, if you want to count everything down, you have around 1,000 of trained soldiers and about 2.5 or 3,000 just able-bodied people, just women,
I would like to move
old people.
that- I
Yes.
would like to move that we arm the civilians with bows and arrows instead of swords, if possible. You
I mean,
know, because it's like,
it's
all right, able-bodied men, you take the bows, and our peasants will take the swords.
I mean, if you want to just give all the ranged weapons to the untrained
Well,
people,
Well,
it's
not all, but it's better than having them walk up to the Draugr and just being a nice snack.
At least to
Meat
hunt.
shield.
yes, yeah. Okay, I get you. You will try to give all of them ranged weapons. I would say that at least 1,000 of at least 1,000 of them would have ranged weapons, but others not so lucky. No.
Yeah. They're stuck with their pans and forks and wooden spoons.
And remember about flaming arrows.
Sure.
Some of them.
Yeah, of course. Flaming arrows are gonna help you so
yeah.
much.
This is
Oh,
getting
yeah.
interesting.
So, since we're going to a closure, I will ask you wonderful questions. So, did you learn anything new about Mortal World?
Nope, guess not.
Nobody has any clues. All right.
Like, I would have learned about that litany, but I had to roll for it.
You failed that. So, did you finish a given quest? I would say no.
Not very close to it.
And I don't think you proved yourself capable to achieve ascendance.
Nobody did.
Too much things, yes.
If we survive this and kill the Sami, maybe we will a little bit closer to this.
Oh,
point.
yes, I would say if you manage to do something. Yeah. Oh, what did you learn about the Lich?
Oh yeah, actually that's kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can start
Where
that.
from?
Yeah, I mean, you already know that Lich exists. I'm just like, what did you learn about the Lich?
He's a crazy shot. That's what we learned.
Ah, yes, yes. Crazy shot.
Yeah. He's maybe better at it than Danelan is, you know?
Maybe.
Hitting a peasant that far out, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah. At least he knows his shit around killing.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's like it's all he does now.
Yeah. Okay. So while Luden is typing there, and maybe we'll mark XP for new things if he persuades me of something, we'll just slowly skip to the alignments, of which Xeos doesn't have any.
I need to write down an alignment.
Yeah, you should. I mean, for the purpose of this thing, we can like. So it's neutral evil.
Yeah. Basically, like, I'm willing to kill people to get shit done, but I'm not just fucking murdering people, like, all the time. Right? So I feel like, yeah, maybe, like, put someone's life at risk to achieve a goal or whatever. You know?
Ah, yes. Luden did remember about the special weapon. And by special weapon, I mean glowing bow. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For that, I would give XP. Yes. Yes. I would agree. I would agree. So yeah, everybody, XP for you.
Boo. I mean, all we really learned was that now the Lich is holding a new weapon. It's like,
I mean, but we didn't know anything about that before, so that's really new.
Yeah, that's new. That's
I
new.
suppose.
Okay, so you did put alignment, and I don't think you made it this session.
No.
So
I mean-
am I.
I guess I put my life at risk when I entered Fulgrim's place, but I'm not sure that counts.
I mean, you did not expect a real threat there, so you didn't really put your life at risk, did you?
Depends. If he lingered there, maybe something could happen. Okay, so we switch to Luden. Did you tell an elaborate lie? Well, yes, you did. In fact, you did tell an elaborate lie that Fulgrim is going to sacrifice the elf, and you want to keep him with you. So yeah. Yes, yes. So there's that. Agrata is still lost.
Sort of.
But yeah, just end of session, you can apply that to Agrata, of course. And Danelan, you didn't help any animals. Just
Not yet.
why?
You had a good chance.
Well, yeah, there are animals.
I tried. But this don't
You
count.
could have just like stepped in and be like, yo,
Let
Fulgrim,
me in, I want to
I'm the
help.
professional.
Yeah. Let me help these animals.
Yeah.
I don't think turning them to folks can help the animals at all.
Oh,
Uh,
so he secretly wants everybody to become animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I see.
Danelin is crazy like that. Good, good. He wants to turn everybody into animals.
Yeah, it would be
That's why he
my
likes
kingdom
Agrotar, because
of
he's
animals, and I rule all these lands.
Of course, of course. All you have to do is just kill the Lich and his army.
I turn them to animals as well.
Of course. Well, it was nice playing with you folks, and finally we did manage to gather together and do something. And now you're prepared for the siege, and I expect you all to be there next week.
Yeah.
So,
Die horribly.
of course, of course. I mean, not horribly, gloriously, gloriously die.
I mean, the numbers are for us, so we got like not maybe 10 to 1, so 100 to 1.
Oh, how many
10 to 1.
there are?
I
I mean,
mean,
there are a couple of 200. Maybe
something
or
around
even
200,
more.
yes, something around 200, but
Only in raw numbers. So
in raw numbers, of course, in raw numbers, but in the basic gist of it, there's the Lich, there's 5 blackish gooish things, at least they were 5 blackish gooish things that can have super glue. There's of course 36 elite draugrs. There's 32 wraiths, 3 terrifying ghostly things, and 136 lesser trained draugr.
Easy.
Yeah.
Arrows to all of them.
Yeah.
Not to mention, our numbers could be the liches. You know?
Could be, yes.
The moment they die, just suddenly they're zombies.
Yeah. And so,
But hey.
so to spare you from just scrolling the history of just us making the mobs and stuff, I would tell you that the Lich has just control creatures,
yep,
and he has area. He doesn't even
And-
need to kill them.
and he got a very large area, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Yes.
Was it legendary?
Yes, it was. He can summon a legendary creature, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's just a neat topping.
Look, I'll teleport to Agrotar, fly him here. He'll load him into a catapult and fling
No,
him at the lid.
no. Agrotar is out of the picture because he decided to go through the frozen plains for next 2 days at least.
But I can teleport to him though.
I'm glad you
fly him
can, but it's not gonna happen because it's a fixed point in the timeline.
I see.
Agrotar just going through the icy plains and meeting the trolls after 2 days.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Like the Dark Wanderer from Diablo 2.
Well, yeah. So, if anyone has any questions, or maybe they want to tell me any good or bad things, I'm here to hear you.
I'm quite happy with the situation now. So to
Only
speak.
good things. What can be bad?
I mean, I don't know. I think you should start over from scratch. Should we
Uh-huh.
start?
Yeah.
To be fair, during these games, I kind of don't like think heavily about critiquing you, but I save that for the Sundays games.
Oh, sure. By all means. I think if we don't spend too much time on just making session 0 on a Sunday, we'll just straight up jump into a game because I'm not sure if I'll be around next Sunday, like the week after that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
my only critique, if any, was like
Yes.
it felt pretty absurd to have the squirrels like attack me.
Why?
It
Why?
was pretty absurd. Like they like.
Yeah, I mean, you messed the roll up. So
See,
what's up?
these people, they were humiliated in various ways. And you there almost fucked up their only chance, at least only perceived chance, to become humans again. And they're just like, what the fuck is this shit? And the instinct is just like, just mess it up, just scratch it, bite it, just whatever.
I felt as though a harsher but more a fail like more sense would be like Fulgrim, be like, get the fuck out, or I'm going to smite you, bitch. You know.
Oh, if you would linger there.
Yeah. I imagine that would happen, but like squirrels attacking me. It just felt funny. It felt like we took a step into a Disney movie. All the animals are just like, yeah. But in the end, it's a funny critique. I did get some funnies out of it.
So guys, I have to go.
Yeah, of
thanks
course, of
everyone.
Thank you for coming, and just be sure to come next week.
Yeah,
I will do my best.
Yeah, see ya.
you have to. You have to.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.
Yeah, and to anyone who's about to sleep, good night, and who's not, good,
Oh, yeah,
good,
right,
good
yeah.
time of day. And Sam is typing something. Yay! See you already, and I think your internet is going to be better next week.
For the siege.
Yep.
I think you should try prayer, Sam.
What if he fails? His headset is going to attack him.
The spirit will be very upset.
Well, anyways.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Have a nice weekend, guys.
Yeah.
Take care.
Same to you.